Hey guys, welcome back to CruiseCasinoMafia.com's YouTube channel. So if you guys are new here, this is the public side of our membership site, CruiseCasinoMafia.com. We had launched a little over a year ago, and we now have a bunch of members. And probably even more to report is that we now have over 300 private videos, PDFs, concepts, systems, ideas, all kinds of things that you can look at, review, and of course test and practice to then make your own decisions and figure out which ones of these systems and concepts works best for your risk to reward management so that you can use them to generate an income, a consistent income, when you go on cruises or play in your local casino, and some of our members even play online from their house. So that's all up to you. The systems that we show are totally different. Some have more risk, some are ultra conservative, and the main thing we tell people is to understand the money management. We believe that over 85% of your ability to win consistently comes from understanding money management. And we utilize over 30 years of trading in Forex and options and stocks to be able to analyze and bring to you guys new money management concepts and ways of looking at money that help you to manage the risk. So that's the story. So I hope you guys, if you're new, go ahead and like the video if you want and subscribe to the channel. We do a lot of free content, but obviously the sexy stuff is in the private area. But every once in a while we come out with a video here on YouTube that I think easily should have been in the private area. Today is one of those because it's nothing complicated, and that's why I like to show people that, you know, there's a lot of gurus, a lot of smoke and mirrors. They come up with crazy terminology, all kinds of weird prediction models, crystal balls, adding, subtracting, doing all kinds of crazy things. And what they never tell you is their win percentage, because their win percentage is really garbage. The only thing they're doing in most of those videos is they're disguising it with martingaling and doubling up. And anybody can look like a genius on a 10-minute video if you're martingaling. They don't show you their account blowing up. So we don't really do any of that stuff here. We stick to a whole bunch of different money management concepts that are slower, methodical, ride the waves of the losing times, because we know the winning times are coming relatively quickly after that. And we have 3 different volumes, private, that you can only get through us, of our approved money management concepts. And you can test them out, try them with different bet selections. So today I'm going to show you, you're going to get a combination here of things. You're going to see how you can win at Baccarat without all the nonsense. And you can combine that with a very simple, relatively conservative money management. So this is what we're going to do, guys. Let's go ahead and deal 1. And then what we're going to do, we have to do it again. It was a tie. Okay. So we're going to do a very simple bet selection. Okay, because I know that a lot of channels want to tell you that there's some magical mystery behind the bet selection. And if you go back and watch our Baccarat videos, we can use tons of different bet selections because we don't believe that the bet selection equates out to more than 15 to 20% of your overall system, all right? So you can pick the one that you want. It's the combination of how you utilize the money, how you go up and down in your bets, as well as, this is a crucial, how you set your profit targets within the shoe. And many of these people are just playing and playing blindly. And they're telling you that you should be looking for 20, 30% profits, which is utterly ridiculous. So let's go ahead and show you. First we'll start with the bet selection. That's all we're going to do is we're going to do opposite of what just came in. Now, I'm going to tell you this up front so you guys can write it down just in case I screw it up since I'm talking. We're going to do opposite to start with of whatever just came in. You're going to switch to follow the winner if you have 3 chops in a row. Okay, that means 6 wins, right? If you win 6 times, you're going to switch to follow the leader. So if we're doing opposites, that means 3 times there's 3 chops that happened, right? Which would give you 6 wins. Then you're going to switch to follow the winner. Okay? If I forget, if I screw it up, you guys have the rule, right? That's all that matters on these videos is giving you the rule. So what are we going to do in terms of the money management for this video? It's going to be really, really easy. So let's go ahead and just get started and you guys will see how easy that it is. And if you're new to the channel, we usually in real life, we're looking for 4 to 6 units on average in a shoe before we quit. 4 to 6 units. We're not looking to make $1 million in a shoe. What we're looking to do is make our 4 to 6 units, keep growing our bankroll, the money, so then we can increase when we have enough units to be able to play a higher base unit. All right? So now the other sneaky little thing we're going to do is this. We're going to start with a 5-unit bet. So our base unit is $10, but we're going to start with a $50 base bet on player, which is opposite of what just came in. The reason we're starting with 5 units is we want to have a cushion to be able to go up and down, since we're going to do a little bit of laddering here, okay, up and down. And if we start with a big win early, we can quit the shoe without having to put our foot in the shark tank any further, okay? It's not about how long you play. It's about the units you take off the table. So here we go. Here's our 5-unit starting bet. And we lose. So this is what we're going to do, right? That was banker still. So we're still going to stay on player. But we're going to add 1 unit. Remember, our units are $10. So it's a $60 bet now, okay? We're going up 1 unit after a loss with this system. Okay, we win, right? And that was player. So now we're gonna go down 1 unit. It's a ladder. We're gonna go down 1 unit on a win. So now we're gonna go back to a $50 bet, but now we're going on the opposite for banker. We lose. So we're gonna stay on banker and we're gonna have to go up again $10. So we're going up a unit on a loss and down a unit on a win. And we lost again. So that was a $60 bet. So we have to go to 70. And it's not a big deal, guys. You have to have enough bankroll to be able to survive. This is about a $2,000 bankroll if you're going to play with $10 units. So we're at a $70 bet. And you'll see how we flow back and forth with the ladder. $70 bet on banker. It's a tie. We repeat it. We lose. So now we're going to have to go to 80. Okay, 80. Whoops. Did I do that right? There we go, 80. So currently we're down. Okay. We have a win at 80 on banker. So now we're going to flip to the opposite and we're going to do a $70 bet on player. And you'll see how this works out. We're not doubling, so there's no stress. Okay, that was 70. We're going to stay with player. And we're just going to go up to 80. So at the moment, this thing is real choppy, right? Okay, we won at 80. We're going to switch to banker for 70. Okay, we're going to switch to player for 60. Now we're getting in a bit of a rhythm. Let's see what happens. We lose. So we have to go back to 70. And this thing handles the volatility really well. That's what you're noticing. We started out terrible here, right? But we're really not in the hole. Not for much. There you go. Okay. Now we're going to drop our bet by their $10 unit down to 60. Okay. Look at this, guys. Terrible start, right? We're up 5 units. Do you see how that works? That's what I'm trying to show you. You don't need all the smoke and mirrors and the crystal balls and all the nonsense. You don't need it. All right? We would basically be done at this point. We could play a little longer, but we would be done if we were playing with $100 chips. So now let's just keep going for a little bit just so you guys can get a feeling for it. But we would be done. We're in our range of 4 to 6, 4 to 7 units. So now we're going to continue with our opposite bet. We're going to drop down 1 unit again since we won. We're going to go to 50 on player. All right, we lost. So we're going to go back and we're going to go up by a unit to 60. We're still on player. We lost. So we've got to go up to 70. So it's been choppy, right? It's been choppy. Okay, we lost again. We're going to have to go to 80. We lost again, so for the first time we're going to have to go to 90. So do you understand why we don't look at this as something we're going to sit here and play for hours? We want to play with bigger chips, not play for longer. So when we were up to 5 units, we would have been long gone because the goal for us is to build the bankroll so that we can play with bigger chips and so that our 4 to 6 units is now $400 to $600 in a matter of 10 hands, 15 hands, whatever it was that we can get out quick. But I want you to see that even if you are playing longer, the whole point here is to see the way the money management works. So we're now at a $90 bet on player. Okay, we won, right? So we're going to go to 80, but we'll have to switch to banker. We lost. So we have to go back to 90. We lost. Okay, so we're going to be at $100 on banker now. And we won. So now we've got to go back down to 90 on player. And you see how you have to have the right size bankroll to not have any stress. Okay, that was at 90. Now we have to go to 80 and switch to banker. We're doing opposites. Okay, Now we have to switch again. 70, we're going down 1 unit. We're using $10 bets. 1 unit at 70. So we're going up a unit on a loss, down a unit on a win, but we started at a 5 unit bet, so we had room to go up and down. Okay, so here we go. We're at a 7 unit bet on player. Okay, we've got to go to an 8 unit bet. So this has been a really tough session, right? But even with that being said, we were up 5 units very quickly. Okay, we got to go to 90. So you guys, this is great because you guys are seeing the good and the bad. You know, to show somebody real easily and to show us get the 5 units fast doesn't really show you guys the system. The highest we've gone is a $100 bet. All right, let's see if we can maintain that. We're at 90 now on player. Okay, nope. So we're at a $100 bet on player. Okay, we won. We're going to go to 90 on the banker. We lost. We're back at 100 on the banker. So this has been really choppy. Okay, we got to go to 110. Can you imagine martingaling here? You would already be dead. Okay, so now we're back to our $100 bet, but we have to move the player. There we go. We're back to a $90 bet on banker. Whoops, I'm sorry. A little too aggressive. So we're at a $90 bet on banker now. And we lost. We're back to a $100 bet now on banker. So this has been real choppy. Okay, let's see if we can get on a tear now. We're going to drop a unit and go to 90. Back to 100. There we go. Back to 90. Okay, back to 80. Back to 90. Back to 80 over here at banker. $90. Got to be patient. Okay, back to 80. All right, 90. And you guys see why we like to quit with 4 to 6 units. We made it so easily, right? We made it so easily, but we kept putting our foot in the water. And of course, this is a demo. That's why I'm doing it. But do you understand? You take your money, you leave, you close the session. Back to 100. So you see how you get yourself into these modes when you're looking to make more money than you should, or more units. We're at 110 now. So this has been really testing because we went over our 5-unit profit target. Okay, we're back to 100 here at Banker. We're back to 90 here. We're at 80 here. $90. $100. $90. Let's see if we can get ourselves down. It's starting to come back a little bit. Nope. 100. Nope. 110. $120. Oops. $130. We're getting tested. $120. $110. And that's all we're doing is going up one and down one. Okay, 100. $90. $80. And by the way, look what just happened. We're back up 3 units again. Even during that horrible run, right? Because we weren't martingaling. We were just flowing up and down the ladder. So we're at 80 now, okay? If you wanted to quit here, you could quit here again. We could have quit with 5 units, and now we could have quit with 3 units after all that mess, right? Terrible mess. So let's just do a little bit more. The point here is to show you guys you do not have to martingale. You do not have to do anything crazy. And especially with this shoe, you would have been long gone with your 5 units. And now again, even if you continue to play, you'd be back up 3 units and out of here. But we'll just play a little bit more just so you guys get the feeling for this. So we're at an $80 bet on Banker. We lost. That means we got to go to a $90 bet on Banker. You see, you've got to learn how to quit. There you go. Okay, 4 units, right? 4 units. Here's another chance for us to quit again, right? How many times in this shoe, which has not been a good shoe for this bet selection, right, for the opposite of last, how many times have you been able to quit with a profit without getting, I think the largest we were ever down was about $500 in our bankroll, okay? And this is about a $2,000 bankroll to do this with the $10 chips. So you weren't really in any major jeopardy, all right? So, I mean, let's just do a few more so you guys get it. So it was Banker, right? So that was a $90 wager. So we're going to now go down to $80 on Player, right? We'd be at 80. I would not be playing anymore in this shoe. I can tell you that. Okay, we lost, so we've got to go back to 90 now. I think that was 80. How many chances have we had to quit? Here we go again. We're up 5 units. Do you understand there's a sweet spot? Nobody talks about that. They want you to just magically think that you just keep throwing money out there. How many? We've had 3-4 times now that we could have quit between 3 to 5 units. I know if you're playing for $5 or $10, you're going to look at me and you're going to say, well, that's not enough money. Well, that's not the point. The point is building your bankroll through the profits, slowly removing your actual capital from the game, and being able to do this with bigger units, right? If these were $50 units, right, you'd be up $250 right now, approximately. Obviously, there's a VIG, but you understand? $250 right now in a matter of 15 minutes. That's the point, guys. That's the point. And then you build it up where you're playing with your base bet. You know, your base bets are higher than that. Your base bets now are, let's say, $75 base bets, $100 base bets. That's the point. It's not playing forever. It's playing for reasonable profit targets and growing the bankroll to withstand higher base units. If you don't get anything else out of my channel, that's what you need to take. Building your bankroll to withstand bigger base unit, but not going up on your profit targets. Okay, and that's it. So I hope you guys got something out of this. I did not do, because it was too much to keep track of. Remember, the other wrinkle, which would have made a huge difference in this video, is that I stuck with the opposite the whole time, right? Remember, you can do this with follow the winner. You can do this with time before last. You can use this with any bet selection that you want to use it with. So if you have a favorite bet selection, the key is to do money management that makes sense. Today we showed you a basic version of a ladder, right? Moving up and down. Now, the key to the ladder here, though, and the key to us being up, I think it was 4 units almost immediately early on, was that we started with a higher number of units on our first bet. So don't forget that we did not, our base unit here was $10, but we started with a $50 first bet. So we had room to go up and down the ladder. Okay, and that's why we were able to get to our 4 or 5 unit profit instantly before we got into all that mess. So that's a little secret hint. If you're going to do these type of ladders, don't start with a 1 unit bet. Start with a 4 unit bet. Start with a 5 unit bet. Okay, so that you have leeway to roll up and down the ladder. That is crucial when you use these ladders. We found that every time that we've done computer analysis, it always shows us that if we're looking for 4 to 6 or 4 to 8 units, whatever it may be that you're looking for, when we start with the higher bet as our first bet, you have no idea how dramatically that affects the computer simulation. So that's something for you guys to know. But remember, you always have to have the right bankroll. With this system that I showed you today, it's basically about a $2,000 bankroll to do what I just did. It doesn't mean you're going to use the $2,000 bankroll, but you're never in any stress. The most we got down on this video, I think, was about $500 or so. All right, somewhere in that range. So test it out. You don't need crystal balls. You don't need wacky ass math. You don't need all kinds of apps and nonsense to tell you what to do. You need good money management, and you need a good profit target. With that being said, I hope you guys enjoy. If you want more of this type of content and a lot more details, go over to cruisecasinomafia.com. You can join right now. We still have our original lifetime membership amount, and you can use our promo code MAFIA and the number 50. The price of the lifetime membership is going up in the next 30 days, so you may as well join now. You're going to get access to over 300 systems and concepts. We'll see you on the inside, and we'll see you on the next video. Bye-bye.